needs to hop on later. Um, Okay, cool. All right, we're recording. All right. So we are going to be sharing some tips as far as, a few posting tips for you guys, but really posting that is geared towards, attracting distributors. So let me see here. Okay. Okay. So anyways, so a lot of us, especially when you're new, you're like, gosh, I just started. Like, okay, our first goal is to enroll our first 4 customers, right? Okay, sorry. So our first goal is to sign our first 4 loyal customers, right? When we first get started, we want to help them find the products that's going to best fit them. And that's typically in our minds. And I say in our minds for a reason, but like in our minds easier than signing our first distributor, right? Because sometimes we hop in and we're like, well, we haven't had success, right? We have to wait until we get our first paycheck, or we have to wait until we're making $500 a month, or we have to wait until, we get our shopping spree earned before we can help anybody else with the business and do the same thing, you guys. And that's just not true, because it's an easy way and honest way to think that way, because that's just kind of like how we're wired to think. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to wait, because your story, your journey, and all of that, as cheesy as it sounds, starts before it works anyways. And it really like starts exploding right when you first join the business, because it starts when you first started watching the distributor who you joined with, or who reached out to you. It started when you made the decision to say, yes, I'm going to do this, and you sent over your info, or you went online and you enrolled yourself. So that is a story all on its own, because you know why? Every single distributor that you bring in and every single distributor that you sign up is going to start the exact same way. They're going to be watching you. They're going to be in conversations with you. They're going to be watching what you're doing. They're going to be making that decision too. They're going to be having these pretty similar, if not other, desires of why they need this business, or why it could possibly help them, and what difference it could make in their life, what their goals are, and stuff like that. It all starts at the beginning. So that's where their mindset is. If you wait, right, even though it's not possible, but even if you wait until you're diamond making $2,000 a month to start enrolling distributors, like, or to think that you're qualified to start enrolling distributors, then number one, you would never get there. But like, then your mindset at that point is different than somebody who just joins the business. When somebody first joins, like 90% of us don't have that, I'm going to make $2,000 a month, I'm going to make $10,000 a month, let me start this business. No, everybody's typically like, I need like an extra $200 a month, like, or I need an extra $100 a month, or I need an extra $500 a month, right? And that's the reason that they join. So if you're talking about that, if you get on their level, right, then they relate to you, they connect to you, and then they join you guys. So anyways, I want to talk about just a little, kind of like a major tip of, as far as posting. So like, in our minds, when we join a business, sometimes we immediately start thinking, even though one of the reasons what that might have held us back in the beginning of joining was because we weren't a salesperson, right? We didn't know how to sell things, or we weren't good with talking to people or doing this and that, right? But when we join and we become a distributor, something sometimes tells us we have to start posting like an advertisement. We have to start talking like a commercial. We don't have to do that, you guys. That is the beauty of what separates us from all that other junk that's out there. I don't mean junk in a disrespectful way. I'm just saying like all the other stuff that's out there. So, for instance, you're just sharing what you're doing. You're going to be implementing your goals. You're going to be implementing the things that involve the business into what you're already posting about. Okay. That's what it is. It's not join my team. I have 3 spots left to join my team. Join my team, join my team, join my team. That shouldn't really be anything that you're posting about. those posts like sometimes can attract people in and sometimes can relate to people and sometimes grab some people. And every once in a while I'll post like, I have 3 open spots, you know, blah, 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 blah. But my post goes in like longer description of what those spots entail, what they offer, things like that. But I promise you, if you take the time to really think about your posts and put a little bit more feeling, a little more emotion into it, get a little more vulnerable, get a little more descriptive, you are going to have a better turnout. Okay. So I'm going to post this somewhere, probably wherever Crystal posts the recording for us of this Zoom in the comment section. But I want to read off to you guys what you can put, what can be posts to make that are going to attract people to your business. So not even the products, just your business. So like, for instance, we totally discredit all the little things, right? We think that we have to have a $300 paycheck in order to have an exciting post about our income. No, you don't have to do that. So like, okay, so of course, anytime that you're signing a distributor or a customer, things like that, anytime you are getting an enrollment, that's a post of its own. You can post about that, celebrate it, right? Us having this team Zoom tonight, you can take a screenshot of you being on the Zoom and all of us on the Zoom together and then making a post afterwards. Like, I love how unified our team is. I love that I have more opportunities to grow. I love that my team wants me to grow and help me in my business and make money. I love that I'm not alone, blah, 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 blah. That's a post. That's something so entirely simple, it's ridiculous. So when you set a new goal, say you came in the business and you had maybe 1 or 2 goals, and now you've thought about it a little bit more, and now you have more goals. Each separate goal is a post all on its own. And then, not to mention, you said maybe you didn't even really know how to set goals in the beginning. And now, as you've poured into the business, poured into yourself, your upline has poured into you, you really realize what more goals that you have. That's a whole post on its own. Like, you guys, I never used to even set goals before and realize how important they were and how achievable they are. And now that I'm doing this and I'm growing so much and I'm realizing how important goal setting is, blah, 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 blah. That's a post. Okay. You heard an inspirational success story of somebody else, right? Or someone shared their before it work story and then a little bit of their journey, and it inspired you. Post about it. Tell your followers why that inspired you, why that was so inspiring, why that you related to it, or you're sharing it because I'm wondering if anybody else can relate to this also, right? Maybe you earned a Zoom or you earned a prize or something like that when we do little contests in the group. Maybe you didn't earn it, but maybe you're in the process of going for earning a prize or something like that. That's a post. When we do simple things like our boom contest, you guys, like, heck yes, like I just got another entry into, our team drawing or our team contest, yada, yada, yada. That's a post. Okay. So people are going to be seeing this stuff. You guys, this doesn't even have to do with products, right? It's just about business opportunity and what you're doing. Posting about extra accountability. Maybe you partnered up with an accountability buddy, and that's a whole other post on its own because you're excited to have the extra support. You're excited to have link up with another person who has similar goals as you, blah, blah, blah. That's post. The conversations that you're having. I've talked to 3 ladies today that were interested in our skinny mocha. They are so excited. I'm so excited to be able to help them with their goals. It feels so good to be able to help somebody with natural products and help, increase their weight loss process with healthy, good, whole foods, like from our greens or whatever. Like that's a post. Like, going into further, like, oh, I've talked to this many people, they're excited, I love what I do, da 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 da. You can show a picture of a receipt, you guys, of something that you purchased. I don't care if it was $1, if it was $5, if it was whatever. Like, thanks to my phone-based business or my social media business or my at-home business, it picked up the tab for this today. Just little things rack up. Can you just imagine, like, I don't care if they were $5, right? We all know how much $5 can add up, right? So if you're posting at least a couple times a week that you purchase something for $5 from your It Works business, all that people are really going to see is that, oh, she's making purchases with her business. She's having success with her business. That's paying for stuff. Like, it might not even register like, oh, that was like only $5, but you know what I mean? Like $5 adds up. It was $5 that you didn't have before, right? Um, and then you can post your office view. That's a good one because we can work from wherever, right? So you have like an obscene amount of office views, right? Because you could be at your phone wherever you're at, the dentist office, the dentist chair, like whatever, I don't know. You know, sitting at your kids practice, you know, at work, you know, you're taking a bathroom break, I don't know. I mean, obviously don't post a selfie in the bathroom like that, but you know, how we got paid a day early. You know, if you've gotten your first paycheck with us, you know, we got paid 3 days early this month. That's a post. If you earn a fast start bonus, if you have team already, post about their success, post about how you are so excited to help them. You are so excited for their journey already. You're excited for their goals. You're excited that they earned a fast start bonus. You're so excited that they got their first customer. You're so excited that they stepped out of their comfort zone. Even if it's a sideline and you want to cheer, like you want to cheer on the sideline and you're like, I'm so proud of, you know, Crystal, she got, you know, she stepped out of her comfort zone today. I love how this business pushes us because I know the more I step out of my comfort zone or the more that I push myself, the more successful that I'm going to be. And I love that I have tons of backup to get me there and I have tons of support, blah, 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 blah. That's a post. Okay. So, I mean, you're helping a new customer. Like I love that, you know, I'm so excited. My customer Sally just got her products and I'm so excited that I get to you know, I'm just going over with her. I'm going over the products with her and the best way to use them. I love that when I enroll a customer that I can confidently say that they're not on their own with the products. I'm here to help them and guide them with it, blah, 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 blah. You can use that same scenario with distributors as well. So, and you guys, um, and it's just like being excited and sharing every possible part of your journey. Okay. It's just sharing all of it. The parts that make you excited, the parts that make you grow, the parts that make you nervous, the parts that make you yes, Jeannie, going live about the products. Absolutely. People love to see your face. They love to hear your voice. Stuff like that. Going live is a big one, you guys, and I don't do it enough, and I need to kick myself in the butt and get my little you know what in gear about going live more myself. But anyway, so it's literally about sharing your journey, every single part of it. All the things that you think are irrelevant to even post about, they're not. Post about all of it. I don't care how silly it sounds, because you know what, there are new people watching you every single day, and people need to see all of that. They need to see it multiple times. They, you know, just because you posted a receipt once, or just because you posted that you were excited for signing a loyal customer once, doesn't mean that everybody's going to remember, yep, Kenzie signed that customer back in 2015. So yeah, she must still be going strong at that business. No, like they need to know that I'm still signing customers. They need to know that I'm still signing distributors. They need to know that I still want to do those things. They still need to know that I'm serious about my business, right? Same for you guys. So, you guys, we do, for instance, our roadmap is the steps to success, right? 4 loyal customers, 3 distributors every single month. That's the main goal. That's like the standard, right? That we know that will take us all the way to the top. Talking about how it works, has a system in place, you know, to help people and show them how to be successful. And I have a goal to complete that system this month, you guys. I can't wait to share, you know, my checklist with you at the end of the month, that I'm going to complete it. And I'm so excited, blah, 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 blah. And that's also going to hold you accountable as you are, you know, working your business and putting it out there. You know, you put it out there, and that's an extra accountability piece for you. Something else that is really good to think about is, what are the 5 things that make up you? Like if somebody was like, if they thought of you and they were told to, what are the 5 first things that you think of when you think of this person? Like qualities about them. I'm not talking like memories and whatnot. I'm talking about like qualities or characteristics or things that they pair you with, right? It could be like being a mom. It could be, you know, the career that you're in. Maybe you're a nurse. Maybe you absolutely love Harry Potter. Like, you know, maybe you have like a crazy amount of dogs. Maybe you have a crazy amount of kids. Maybe you are, you know, you love running. That's a big thing that you're involved in. Maybe you love, you know, what else am I thinking of? Like maybe you love chocolates, like maybe you love a certain sport and you're a certain sports fan and you talk about that a lot. So think about what those 5 things are that are all about you, right? And those 5 things, you guys, they should be in your bio on Facebook. They should be in your, or you should, if you don't talk about all of them, you should at least talk about your top 3 or whatever in your bio on Facebook and on Instagram. They should be there. All right. If you do not know these, if you don't know what those 5 things are, that is what your homework is tonight, is to figure out what those 5 things are for you and write them down, get them in your bio, and know that those are the things that you should be talking about daily. Daily. You don't have to talk about all 5 in one day, but like for your posts, like those should be the things that are popping up. If you're a mom, they should be, one of the things talking about your kids. If you love chocolate, you should be talking about chocolate a lot, like, things like that, whatever. Those should be those things that you should be talking about, because you guys, we are those things, and then we do it works. We are those things, and then we're looking for business partners. We are those things, and then we are incorporating the business into all of that. Okay. So hold on, there's something else I wanted to say on that part. I want to make sure I don't forget it. Oh, and so something somebody said on a Zoom was, so we're talking about those things daily, right? But then they think about who else those things apply to. So if you already have some people in your feed that have those similarities to you, make sure you're networking with them. Make sure you're connecting with them. Not even about the business, not even about the products or anything. Just make sure you're connecting with them about it. Like, you're liking, you're interacting, you're commenting, you're sharing things. Maybe you're messaging back and forth about certain things or whatever. You're building relationships with those people that you have those similarities with. Okay. And then the business and all of that will come up on its own, but or you'll eventually offer it to them straightforward or whatever. Knowing your color personality is really awesome, and it's a really huge helpful tip. We just shared, Crystal put it in the comment section of the video that we shared. If you guys need help finding it, let us know. But it's color personality, you should take it. If you don't know what color personalities are, like a yellow is going to be more towards like a softer, nurturing, loving type person who's a very big giver, very generous. A red is someone who's very, very goal driven. They're money driven. They're very, very like straightforward. They're more serious, things like that. A green is somebody who's very detail oriented. They want to know facts. They want to know the details. They want to know the ins and outs. They're the ones that come up with all the answers for us. A blue is somebody who likes fun, likes the excitements, likes the friendships of what we have to offer. They are the more outgoing people, things like that. And then so red, yellow, blue, green. Okay, that's all of them. So anyways, figuring out what color type of personality you are is helpful, because then you'll be able to see what color personalities other people are, and then you can kind of gear your conversation and focus more on the things that are going to interest a yellow personality versus a red personality. Okay, this might sound confusing right now, but you guys, I promise you that's not. The color personalities are not confusing. It's very simple once you learn it. And another thing, as far as, here's a really big one. Okay, you are going to want to add a value. You guys, that is the biggest thing. Ashley Mayfield said this on a Zoom, and she was like, your equation for your posting and what you're doing, versus like saying, I have this many spots open for such and such, whether it's a product or the business, right? You should be giving value like 4 or 5 times as much as you're asking for something or posting something, looking for something in return. So like you should be adding value, and you can add value in any of those 5 areas that most relate to you. You could be giving a tip about moms. You could just be sharing a vulnerable moment about mothering or something like that. That's adding value. That's letting moms know that they're not alone, and because they're dealing with that same crap too. Or like, I found, if a really, really big sale at Target on this, I found a do-it-yourself tip on this that has to do with one of your hobbies or something like that. Like just adding value, even if it's an inspirational quote, you guys, like finding something like that, sharing a video that way, whatever it is, like add value. Okay, that's what is going to draw people in, because people, Ashley said this too. She was like, she adds so much value and puts so much out there for other people, in the mindset of that she's doing this for other people, that when people come to her and want to join the business, they're not necessarily really even wanting to join it works in the business and these products and da da da. They're wanting to join her. They're wanting to join Ashley Mayfield. Like, they're wanting to join the journey that she's on because of what she's created and what she's putting out there, what she's offering, what she's adding value to. And let me tell you guys, every single one of you have so much value that you can offer people, in such the simplest ways too. So, okay, hold on before I lose my little train here. What are you doing? Okay, shut the door, please, and shut it quietly. Okay, and oh wait, hold on. Adding value. Okay, and another place to start, like today, like if you think about like, okay, I got off this Zoom. She gave me some, quick little tips on posting. We talked about how to attract distributors, things like that. Now what? Where do I start? You guys can start with a post about where the business found you. Where were you? What did life, and this could be a current situation for you. Where did and what did your life look like when you joined the business? What did it look like financially? What did it look like time freedom wise? What did it look like with your job? What did it look like with your kids? What did it look like with your living situation? What did it look like with your mental health? What did it look like? All of that. Any of that could be in there. Okay. And talk about it, and talk about what your situation was and what your goal was of like why you wanted to join. It doesn't even have to be like long, super drawn out. Okay. You can share bits and pieces of it daily. Okay. So that's a very good place to start right then and there. But something about, just being honest, open, and just being you, that will sign way more distributors than any join my team post ever will. Because all you're going to do is have more people join you that are just going to keep posting, join my team. And it's not going to grow as fast, right? So, what was the other thing I wanted to say here? Sorry, you guys, my notes are like all over the place as usual. I do have a couple of follow-up messages, and also you guys, and know this, fall in love with the process of this. Okay. Don't get it. You can't post consistently and use these tips for like a week, 2 weeks, a month. You can't just do that and then, oh, you know what, I didn't sign a distributor, or I didn't sign 10 distributors or 3 distributors, so whatever. No, you have to have no end in mind. You guys, you have to have no end in mind, because if you're thinking like, I'm going to join this business, I'm going to give it like a month and see how it goes, or I'm going to give it 6 months and see how it goes, or I'm going to give it a year and see how it goes, that's not serious, you guys. Like, that's not serious. Would you think about it? Would you want to join somebody? You're genuinely thinking, I want to add an extra stream of income. Working from my phone seems great. Okay, she says this is pretty simple. She explained it to me. Would you want to join her if she wasn't serious? Would you want to join her if she was in the, kind of nonchalantly saying like, yeah, I'm doing this, but if it don't work out in like 3 months, then I'm gonna leave, like whatever. You wouldn't want to do that, right? You would be like, well, dang, that seems kind of shady, right? Like, that doesn't. No, you want to join somebody who is going to be there for you, right? You want to join a team that's going to have your back. You're going to want to join a team, you're going to want to do this so you're not on your own. And so think about that when people are, watching you. They want to know that you're serious. They want to know that you're going to be here forever. And so when you're talking about, and that's another point of why it doesn't matter if you've hit diamond and you're making buku dollars at Ambassador Diamond or whatever yet. You can still do this because they want to know where you're going. Oh, you're not at diamond yet, but you're going to diamond? Oh, heck yeah. They have no idea how close you are to diamond or ruby or emerald or ambassador diamond. Nobody outside the business knows how close you are to those. Like, are you kidding? They just know that that's where you're going. They just know by your post that you're excited to go to diamond. They know that, holy crap, you're going to be earning around 2 grand a month when you hit diamond. And really, like, that's going to pay your mortgage. You're going to be able to pay your mortgage when you do that. Oh my gosh. Like, they're going to be pulled in by that, right? Because they're gonna be like, I want to pay my mortgage too. Wait, girl, like, what are you talking about? Like, you're gonna be, how are you paying your mortgage? Like, how are you really gonna do that? Like, and then you're gonna be like, yes, girl, like, I'm going to diamond, like, this is how the business works, blah 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 blah. I'm so excited. You should do this with me, da 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 da. Like, tell me some of your goals, all of that stuff. So it's just incredible at you know really what we should be posting about versus what we think we should be posting about. So taking quitting off the table, right? Don't give yourselves a deadline. Just know that you're going to do it, set goals, and learn all the tips you can to take you there, you guys, because we have an unlimited amount of tools to do so. What else? Let me say here. And another big key, okay? If you are trying to do this business, right? Period, right? And I'm assuming you are because you're on this Zoom. You are going to growing your network is such a huge, huge, huge piece of what we do. You're going to be constantly wanting to talk to new faces, okay? And that's another reason why sometimes, even though when we post about the same types of things, to us it may seem repetitive because we're like, well, dude, we've been posting about our goals for like 3 months now, whatever. But not everybody has known you for 3 months. There's brand new people on your page, right? There should be brand new people on your page because you should be networking. You should be adding to your friends list. You should be adding to your followers. So you should have fresh new faces all the time. And then so it's like you're building up the bank, essentially. Like, you started out with however many in your network and they're watching you, right? And then you're constantly adding more people. It's like a fish in a pond. Somebody, I think, said that the other day. They were like, it's a fish in a pond, right? Would you want to go fishing in a pond that has 10 fish, or would you want to go fishing in a pond that has 100 fish, right? You want to go fishing in a pond that has 100 fish. But at some point in time, that pond probably had 10 fish in it, right? It just multiplied. They added more fish to it or whatever. So you're going to want to be doing that as well with your network. And there's a million different ways to do that. But here's a couple follow-up tips. And this is also another key thing. This is why I added follow-up into this video also, is because follow-up is huge. You are going to have to, like, the fortune is in the follow-up. And I want you guys to really hear that. Like, stop for a second and really hear me saying that. The fortune of this business is in the follow-up. So you can't think like, gosh, I've talked to this girl, and then she ghosted me, or then she stopped talking, or then she stopped responding, or then, now she's saying she can't sign up right now or whatever. Like, you guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. It's very rare that you sign even a customer immediately on the spot. It's not like a always happening thing, especially with distributors. Like, they need time to watch you. So it's important to water that seed, and that's what following up is, right? And people have a change in life, like some kind of change in life, like every like 3 to 6 months or something like that. And so they may be in a different spot, and like, you might have said, oh, the call is starting. Okay. So they might have been in a different spot 6 months ago, but now it's different. Now they're open to it, or now they're serious about adding income, or whatever the case may be. So anyway, so the fortune is in the follow-up. So do not ever get discouraged when someone isn't signing. You guys, I don't care if you talk to them 10 times. I don't care if you talk to somebody 47 times. If you've talked to that person the 47th time, would you still sign them up, or would you say, no, I've already talked to you 47 times and you didn't sign up the first 46 times, so I'm not going to sign you up now. I don't need a distributor. No, you would be like, yes, girl, let's do it. I'm so excited for you, right? So don't stop just because somebody, isn't ready right now. And you can't and don't sit and stew on the fact that somebody isn't responding or something like that, or somebody says that they're joining and they keep saying that they're joining and they're not joining, right? Or they're like, yeah, I'm joining, and then it comes to the day that they're supposed to join and then like you can't hear from them, right? Like you're like, where did you go? Like, hello. That happens. You know, I'm sure you guys have already done it to somebody else about something else that probably doesn't even relate to this business. It just happens. So, but keep following up. A couple new follow-up tips that I got today from another Zoom were one of them was, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I've been so busy. I haven't had a chance to follow up with you. How are you? And then they just start a conversation. They don't come at them like, hey, are you still interested in the business? No, they just were like, oh my gosh, things have been so crazy here. We haven't talked in a while. How are you doing? You know, start a friendly conversation. Not every follow-up has to be like straight to the point. Yes, there are times for that, but not every follow-up has to be like that. You can switch up your follow-ups. Okay. You can reach out to somebody and say, hey, you know, a couple months ago we were talking about you know, being interested in wanting to add an extra stream of income, you know, to help pay for your car payment and stuff like that. Are you still trying to, you know, make some extra money? Are you still open for more information? I'd really love to finish our conversation. Something like that. Something new that I heard today was, she called it an update and reflection. So like she gave a hairstylist as an example. She was like, hey girl, so like she found a success story. So say like, you know, like Jade Hooper used to be a salon manager. So she was like, okay, she's talking to a potential, right, who's a hairstylist, and they've determined that she's, you know, not interested in the business or whatever. But she reaches out to her again and she's like, hey, you know, I know that we've talked about the business and you didn't feel like it was for you. That's totally okay. But I just had another sideline of mine earn, you know, a $10,000 bonus, who's also a hairstylist. I know you know other hairstylists too. Do you know anybody else who would be interested in this? Because I got other hairstylists that are doing it. And that was like a different like approach that I heard about it. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool to like, you know, kind of ask for the referral in that form. Thought that was kind of cool. Doing voice memos, you guys, are huge. Voice memos will change your business, especially when you're talking about the business opportunity. All right. Like people getting to hear your voice, people getting to hear that you're actually genuinely sending them. Yes, Crystal, indirect approach. So you're talking to them. You're not doing this whole like copy paste thing. Like you're genuinely like stopping and having a conversation with them. Hey Matthew, you sharing, you know, you're being real, you're being genuine, because that's also what you want to do too, is that you would want to, you know, join someone who genuinely wants to help you in the business, right? You don't want to join somebody who just, you know, is like just trying to sign you up just because they're trying to like, you know, I don't even know, like whatever. But what else? I think that was pretty much it. Crystal, I do have a couple other things. Do you have anything that you want to add right now in particular?
All I want to say is personal development, y'all. If you guys don't have your own story, you don't have this confidence about the business yet, you need to get on our calls just like you are now. I'm so proud of everybody that's on. This is personal development. But listening to our corporate call, which is on, that we're going to jump on right after this, our Monday night calls, Show Me the Money calls, they interview top leaders making $17,000 to $30,000 a month. Get on those calls, hear those stories, hear those people that did it, that were in your same situation, and that will give you belief, that will give you confidence. So when you are talking to people, you will feel so much more confident. And if you need help talking to people about the business, contact your sponsor. We can even get on a 3-way call. Like if you need help with talking to people about the business, just let us know. But definitely plugging in is my number one tip to success. That has helped me so much. So amazing job for everybody on being on this, because that is personal development.
Yes, absolutely. Because even if you feel confident, you know, even if you're going through a stretch and you're like feeling super confident, like nobody can break me, right? Like all this stuff, eventually you might have a bad day, you guys. And so that's why personal development daily is so important because it's going to build your confidence across the board. It's going to build the confidence in yourself and your ability, because you guys, you are your biggest asset. You are your most valuable investment that you could ever make is in yourself, right? And so I love that Crystal mentioned that, because exactly, pouring in and plugging in to these calls, and these types of things are what's going to build your confidence specifically in the business. Specifically, if you feel like getting on these things that are going to give you little nuggets or little pieces of ammo, essentially, right? Little pieces of ammo, little nuggets that you can put in your pocket, and you are like ready. Like, you're absolutely, I'm sorry, you guys, I feel like there's like makeup in my eye. I'm like looking all weird. But you're like ready. You feel more confident walking in or showing up with the tools, right? With the confidence, with the passion, with the excitement. Those, you get and gain all of those things by doing exactly what Crystal just said. And the people that you're talking to in your conversations, they're able to read that. They're able to read that. Maybe if you're like sweating, like you have like, oh my gosh, like your face is red, you have like sweaty armpits, you're like shaking because you're so nervous, maybe your stomach hurts and it feels like you're gonna poop because you're gonna do a live video or something like that. But like, people won't even realize that. Like, you're just feeling that way, and then you push through it and you actually do it. You're gonna come across so confident and so like, Miss Thang just knows what the heck she's doing, right? And people are gonna connect, and they're gonna trust you, because like that saying goes, people do business and buy things and connect with and partner with people who they know, love, and trust, right? And so if people trust you, the more that you are you, right? Not when you're trying to be somebody else, not when you're trying to be a spammy commercial or an advertisement, right? When you're just being you, people are going to trust you. People are going to connect with you. People are going to join you, both business and customer. Okay. I love that. What was the other thing? And also, you guys, and I'm just gonna, I don't want to like completely end here, but like, like, for instance, there's so many of us that have come in, even in the last year, when we've had so many promos on the business kits, you guys, and they've either been like $20 or they've been, half off, or you've gotten some type of deal with your kit and all of that stuff. You guys, our business builder kits, full price, are $99. Okay. That price alone, the $99, is so cheap. If it was $900, you guys, I would still join this business again. Absolutely, 110%. If it was $900, if it was $1,000, I would still pay that to join this business, because it pays tenfold. Okay. So not only, because let me just back up to when I first joined, I paid $99 to join, right? And what made me feel comfortable about joining was the fact that there was enough product in my kit that if for some reason it didn't work out, or I didn't, which really means if I didn't work it, right, I could at least make my investment back. You could at least make your investment back, or you have product for yourself. So you didn't pay a fee. You're not paying a joining fee. No, you're technically purchasing a kit that has even more than $100 value in it. So be confident in that. Know that what you're offering, this business opportunity, is worth way more than $100, let alone the 20 or the 50 or whatever people have joined with over the past year, if they've snagged those promotions. So know that you hold such an incredible opportunity and walk in with such confidence. Like, girl, it is only $99 to join this business. It is changing lives. Like, you get so much awesome product with your kit that you can use on yourself. You can do whatever you want with it. You can use it on yourself, or you can go and make a profit on it. You can sample it out to people because they are wanting this coffee, et cetera, et cetera. So like, be confident in that, even if it's something that maybe, because maybe that is something that has held you back from feeling confident about, offering the business opportunity when there isn't a promo, because you paid $20 yourself to join. So you're like, how do I tell somebody to pay $99? Know exactly what I just said. So worth it. That is so worth it. You guys, people are joining businesses for crazy amounts, like crazy amounts. Not to mention like a traditional business where you've got to like invest like thousands of dollars, thousands, and on a monthly basis, not even the initial joining. So, but I'm not going to go into all that, but I just wanted to touch on that for a second, to know what you have your hands on. That $99 is a steal. Walk in there with confidence, do that personal development, own that mindset. Your confidence and your passion will grow as you go. It will grow through each conversation that you have with other people, each conversation that you have with your upline, each call that you're on, each Zoom that you're on, each YouTube video that you're on and listening to and gathering tips from, each personal development book that you read. All of that stuff is going to grow. That's why I'm sitting here right now, you guys. A lot of what I got to share with you tonight, yeah, some of it is obviously like what I know and what I do, but I watched a Zoom. I watched a Zoom of other top leaders talking about it, and I took notes on what I thought was most important, and I'm sharing it with you guys. I'm constantly learning and growing and dipping into things myself. So know that it's always a process, and know that you can do it. Know that it's simple, and just own it, you guys. Own whatever part of your story that you're at right now, and be so excited for your future, and share every single bit of it, regardless of what you think the relevance of it is, because it's 10% relevance to you right now, maybe like an 80% relevance to somebody else that's watching you. So just remember that. And I'm so, like I said, like Crystal said, we're so proud of you for popping on here tonight. This shows that you want it, you're working, you're dipping in, you want to grow, you want to work your business. And and it also feels good to know that we're providing value to you guys, because that's what we want to do too. So let's get off of here and hop on Mark's corporate call. Is over on his Facebook page. He's going live. So we're about like 10 minutes into that. So all right, let's get going, guys. And thank you for hopping on. Happy Sunday, and we will see you next week.